Okay, I think we're back up. I'm not sure what happened. I think my internet went down for a second. Let me check. Is audio back? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, weird. I haven't had a little hiccup like that for a while. I'm just glad he didn't cause any trouble. I was gonna say I should have done a drunkard voice, but I wasn't even sure where to start. Didn't even think of slurring the words. The street goes to the police station, so just stick with me, okay? Okay. Yeesh, had me sweating for a sec. Wait, what are they doing? That's the wrong way. Huh? What are kids doing out here this late? Big Fairy just keeps bringing them to the most dangerous parts of the district. We're just getting the party started. You brats trying to spoil our fun? Also, that chin strap guy keeps showing up. I'm scared. Help me. This is just a mess tonight. Look, we're not up to anything. We're just passing by, so could you please let us through? What was that? Don't you get uppity with us, brat. You want through, huh? Oh, sorry, kid. You gotta pay the toll, see? You're trying to extort children. Us poor boys gotta eat. Inflation really hit us hard, you know? Can you imagine seeing like a 10-year-old walk by the street and hitting them up for money? Why should I pay you? Do you not have jobs? There are plenty of places you could work to get some money. Say that again? Little punk-ass bitch, you wanna go? Spoiled rotten. Never got taught to respect her elders. Well, let's give her a little lesson then. She'll pay in teeth. Eep! Oh no! And Freddy killed him. A coin? Oh, Van killed him. Ow, what the shit? How can a little girl hit that hard? You still want to fight? Or do you just want to come with me to the police station? No, ma'am, we're good. We'll start working tomorrow. Yeah, working real hard. Are you okay? Holy cow, you beat them up in a flash. You're so cool. I want to be strong like that when I grow up. Oh, that was nothing. I had some help there, too. I was just making sure you didn't kill him. Huh. The precinct's just over there. Don't want to keep your parents waiting, right? They arrived at the station to find the kids' parents waiting for them. They scooped up the kids with open arms, relief flashing across their faces. Freddy and Van were shouting thank yous before they made their way out. Thanks for that, Van. You told the parents to come to the station, didn't you? Huh? Don't know what you're talking about there. Sorry. How about you, though? Never pegged you as the type to take initiative like that. You could have just left it to the adults, but nope, you really took the reins there. It kind of reminded me of my own siblings, so I just couldn't leave them alone. Oh yeah, I remember you saying something about that. You got a brother and a sister, right? You did kind of give off big sis vibes, the way you were helping him. Hey, that's embarrassing. I am a big sister, though. My little sister's 10, and my little brother's 8. Phew, your mom and pop got busy. Must be hectic growing up in a tribe like that. Just 3 children. Not that busy. Being one of the older children, I would help Umi around the house, and I'd look after the other kids too. I'd sneak in combat training whenever I got the time, and sometimes I would sneak a peek at tribal meetings. It was pretty crazy looking back on it. I didn't get much time to rest because I was always training and helping out. And not to say this job is easy, I'm not slacking, I promise. I'm giving this job my all, just like my training. Hey, don't worry about it, I know you are. How'd the little ones take it when you left? They cry when old Reliable had to leave the nest? Well, yeah. My older brother left a few years ago himself. He only comes back to visit once a year. He's all by himself out there now. Huh. I want to grow up to be like him, so I feel like that's something I gotta do too. That's what I told my younger siblings when I left. But honestly, I still don't know why we need to do this. Why my brother needed to anyway. He could have lent that strength to the tribe and helped us all grow back home. So you never heard why he left? No, but I think Abby knows. He gave him permission to leave. Meanwhile, she was disowned. Disowned for not killing her sister figure. I just wish he would tell me. I see. Well, maybe he has his reasons, and maybe when I'm all grown up, he can tell me. Hee hee. I've got a long way to go before I can call myself a warrior anyway. So that's my goal. I'm gonna grow strong enough for Abby and my brother to accept me as a real warrior. Is the spirit? More responsible than I gave her credit for. Felt like I'd have to babysit her at the start, but nope. Something wrong, Van? Oh, no, it's nothing. Anyway, I got these meat buns from the Eastern restaurant over by Terrell. They're cold by now. Want some? What? How do you know I was so hungry? I'd love some. The meat buns didn't last long, Van and Ferry quickly resumed their patrol, the least appeased.
May Arusha grant you her protection, Van.
Sharpshooter. Yeah, sorry about that, Raylis. Came back to Deathstream. Yeah, if you just had it as background noise, sometimes it's hard to tell when a stream goes down.
Hey, did you see?
Let's see. Oh, you were taking a shower? Ah, boy. I usually have streams on the side when I'm doing other stuff, like either playing gacha games or whatever. And sometimes I don't realize that maybe the connection broke down or whatever, and I'm only paying attention to the actual thing I'm doing, and then realize, wait, it's been half an hour and I haven't heard anything here. And I look back and it's just press here to reload viewer or something. Okay, we got the last bond thing to do. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask, where are you in the Dragon's Dogma Online grind? When you're immersed, you're immersed. I saw you were playing earlier. Have you gotten to any? Have you gotten to the end game? Have you gotten to any of the DLCs? Or Dragon Dogma Online? I was gonna say DLC, but it's rather seasons or expansions. Not sure which I want to do. Oh, you haven't been? I thought I saw it on Discord under your name. It shows what I know. Might have read something else then. Oh, the daily logins. Okay. What kind of update are they pumping out though? These are... There's a game that had end of service, right? Do are the private servers missing content, or are they putting up new stuff? Oh, they're missing content. I see. So they're kind of updating it like a live game. That's cool. I thought they put it. They just put the whole thing up, but that makes more sense. Well, it's kind of interesting. It's like, yeah, it's like playing a living game. You just get to have that drip feed of content coming in. Vended to the meetup location indicated by the mail. I picked the prince, right? They have to reverse engineer the server. That's such a weird situation to have for a game, where the original devs just killed it, and someone decided, okay, I'm just gonna piecemeal put it together again. Van? Sorry, Van, over here. Just hiding in the bushes. My thanks for coming out here. It's been a few hours, yes? Thank you for answering my call. Why are you hiding there? I know you're good with arts and everything, but don't you have your right hand with you? Or even just one bodyguard? As I wrote to you, I managed to lose them for a moment. Shall we be off then? Let us share the night as men, savoring all the dazzling delights of Edith's nightlife. Already kind of regretting this. "30 minutes prior." I guess the prince just shook his leash. Calvert's film culture is truly impressive. Big studio or small, they all managed to release some rather fine pieces of cinema. That ordinary members of the public have places like this that they can visit to enjoy such works is also wonderful. We really must work to further their spread into Elfheim. Wouldn't you agree, Naja? Yes, our time at the film festival really heightened my appreciation for movies. Well then, now to decide our next destination. Any ideas? Shouldn't we call it an evening, Your Highness? You have meetings with other Calvardian businesses scheduled for tomorrow and beyond, after all. I suppose you're right. Very well, let's return to our hotel. As you wish. I'll have them send the car to... What is it? What? There's been a collision along our route back? Give me the details. I need to know exactly what's going on. We can't risk exposing His Highness to any potential danger, no matter how slight. He just backs away. A team, go to the scene and report what you find. B team, search for any viable substitute routes we can take if necessary. You sure it was okay for you to slip out like that? I guess it's up to you, isn't it? Given the situation, if by some off chance something were to happen to me, I dare say the obvious person to hold responsible would be... Scratch that. I don't just kind of regret this. I want to erase all evidence that this ever happened and then book it out of here. Now, don't be like that. There's no one better to fulfill this role than you. Think of this as a symbol of my trust. Fine. Where do you want to go anyway? Excellent. You're everything I'd hoped for, Van. I've marked a few places I was hoping to visit. The one closest by would be... the live house? Okay. Isn't this just the fight theme from previous game? Oh, excellent, excellent. So this is the rock and roll that's been so popular lately. I dare say the fervor of this music could even sweep me away. A cover of it, rather. We can get closer to the stage. Then let us do so. Hey man, that's a wild get-up! This is your first time at a live show? Come on man, get into the rhythm! Just match the energy and go wild! Go wild? So like this? I should go through the older OSTs and just get a sense for which ones are which. Every one of the McGupman suits around these parts think they're so... they're just something else, huh? Government? Is that government? We run the country, they say. Bunch of BS is what it is. You're right, yes. But let's say that applies to more than just government. The hierarchy breeds haves and have-nots, and this zeitgeist of noblesse oblige instills some sense of duty among the upper class. Was that Lugit fancy pants you talking like he knows everything? Why don't you go back to looking down on us peasants from your penthouse? He's harmless, man. Give him a break. I'll treat you two around if you look the other way for me. No, there's a guy who knows what's up. Well, this isn't going as smoothly as I hope. Van and Cherie toured some more entertainment venues. We were heading for the bathhouse to wash off all the sweat and second-hand booze. Do I need to actually breathe before reading? Ah, this is great. These baths have a different feel to them compared to your average hammam. They're the best place I know for when you need a pick-me-up. Can only imagine what it must be like talking with the big boss. Indeed, I can't go into detail about what we discussed, of course, but one might certainly describe our meeting as taxing, to say the least. I will say, for a man so powerful, he was fairly candid, somewhat anticlimactic, really. But I suppose that's what it takes to win such broad support amongst the public, after the distrust garnered following the war and economic crisis. He's a force to be reckoned with, that's for damn sure. I know he's up to something with Renee. Between you and me, I believe my sister would have done a far better job navigating that conversation than I did. I forgot you had a sister. Isn't she a fair bit younger than you? That's right, though her age belies her intellect. Her mind is quite sharp, but unfortunately her tongue is far sharper. She always feels the need to get a word in edgewise, under the pretext of supporting me as the heir to Elsheim's throne. She and my father, the Grand Prince, both have lofty expectations for me. I hope that, when the time comes, I'll be able to meet them. Father, Grand Prince, instead of King? Okay. I guess I don't know how the royalty is supposed to work there. Sounds pretty rough. You've got a lot riding on your shoulders. You're not wrong. I wish to broaden my horizons. Also, I can make Elsheim a nation capable of standing on par with Samoria's great powers. That's why I decided to come to the Republic. I wanted to study it and take in as much as I could. That was the plan anyway. Despite that, all I did at first was indulge, night after night. Not that I didn't enjoy that, mind you. But that free time just left me thinking. What would he say if he were here? What would he do if he was in my shoes? He? Were you... Oh, you mean that wandering bard, yeah? Wandering bard. Lassell knows him. She told me a little about him while we were in Tharbat. Wandering bard. It's not Elliot, right? There's no way. He's quite the guy. I caught wind of a lot of what he got up to through work 2 years ago. Wandering bard. The very same. He traveled the continent from a young age, advocating for harmony between nations. I had the pleasure of meeting him once before. He'd come to visit Elsheim, and I saw firsthand what kind of man he really was. Quite the charmer he is. It wasn't long before I held him in the highest esteem. And that's what I've been chasing this whole time, following his example, growing and bettering myself for that goal. I fear, however, that I can never measure up to him. He's special in his own right, and I worry I'll never reach the pedestal I've put him on. There's no way they're talking about Elliot, but who else would be a wandering bard that Fee would know? It feels as though I'm following after a mirage in the desert, so tantalizing, yet forever just out of my reach. There's also... Oh, I forgot his name. No, but the one I'm thinking of turned into a Dominion for the church. He wouldn't be a wandering bard, would he? I'm so confused. No offense, but that kind of caught me off guard. Didn't realize you had such deep thoughts. Not like I want to tell you what to do or anything, but it looks to me like you gotta start living your own life. My own life? Elaborate. At the end of the day, you gotta strive for something more than just being a copycat. Can't always live in his shadow. You're the only one that can choose how to live your life. So what if you get a little lost in that desert? It's not all sand, an oasis will pop up here and there, for you to rest when you're weary. And you know how I'm so sure? Because there are suckers like me who choose to be a Spriggan. Now that's a dark and uncertain path. What I'm trying to get at is that there's not just one way to live a life, or achieve a goal. Everyone has their own compass. But what do I know, really? I'm just an outcast, so maybe don't put so much stock in what I have to say. On the contrary, my friend, what you've said has done a lot to put my mind and heart at ease. Never thought I'd be taking life lessons from the likes of you. It seems you've perhaps lived a richer life than I first thought. Richer is one way of putting it. Don't know if I agree, though. I'm just a handyman who's been in the business for a while now. Did you have a nice bath, Your Highness? I've come to pick you up. Well, you finally found me, Nadja. Or knowing you, you probably didn't even lose me in the first place. I'm leaning towards the latter. I definitely find it strange you somehow managed to shake off Zamoria's most fearsome bodyguard. I'll take that as a compliment. Had it been anyone else but you, I wouldn't have allowed him to remain alone. So long as His Highness had a fruitful night out, I suppose it was worth the trouble. Huh, there you go, always a step ahead of me. Thank you, Van. I learned a lot during our rendezvous this evening. I feel as though I've peered a little more into those unknowable depths of yours. Everyone is so in love with Van. I pray you find great success with your assignment in Basel, not only as a client who's retained your services, but as a friend who has bared much to you now, literally and figuratively. Thanks, Your Highness. I promise we'll do what we can to deliver you results. This hasn't been such a bad night after all.
One of these days, you'll have to come to Elsheim. My sister and I would gladly welcome you.
And now we never have to see him again. In a bonding event, at least. Sun lamp. Leader of Hope. Okay. I think that's... No, we have side quests here, but before we actually get to them, I want to go to the workshop to see what accessories I can trade. Maybe able to get some nice stuff. Where was this? The factory.
Let's do this. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Do you know what you want? I hope to see you again. Do you know what you want?
Do you know? Okay, accessories. Because we're still missing the Proverbs of Void. Oh, we can get the Leopard strap. Can I... Who has the Moshi strap equipped? Grand Rose Bouquet. We're still missing a ceramic coin. Okay. We can actually start getting some of this, the better equipment in the game. I'm actually kind of regretting not buying multiple copies of each, but at the beginning of the game I was kind of strapped for cash, so... Maybe I can still get them. I'm pretty sure most of it is stuff that I can just find in shops around town.
I hope to see you again.
Let's see. Moshi strap, and what else do I have to unequip? Oh. Hello? The game froze. Oh. For a moment, the game actually froze there. A little scary. Let me just remove it. Oh, there it is. Is it the marble bracelet that I have to remove? Or... You thought the intro was dying. I thought so too, as well. I thought for a moment I thought it died. It might have died a little bit at the same time, actually. But the game actually froze for a moment.
Do you know what you want?
Maybe the whole computer was freezing. Let's see, we can get this. 20% evasion and 10% crit. I don't know who I'm going to give it to, but that's going on someone. Roast brooch. Oh, I just don't have one. Never mind. And this is just upgrading lower level equipment if I have multiple copies of them. For the most part, I only have one of each, it looks like. Oh, I guess I have two of these.
I hope to see you again.
Well,
Do you know what you want?
Do I have to keep the leather watch enforcement emblem for anything, or can I just use it on this stuff? I guess you can get a better version instead of turning it into a green emblem. I'd rather get this though.
I
Two
hope to
shining
see you
goggles.
again.
Ornament? No. Equipment. Sure, you can take the shining goggles and stop missing against characters. Maybe I should give you this as well. It's the extra 60% accuracy. But who is going to take... You already have 20% evasion. Leopard Prince Trap that makes one feel wild. Yeah, let's do this. Do I have a better version of this equipment? Speed plus 6. Don't we just get something else speed plus 9? Guess not. I'm not sure if I can build a proper evade tank in this game like in the previous ones. Would be nice though. So I gave them speed, but I kind of wonder if I would be better served by giving them the shining goggles for accuracy. Because I keep missing. I keep randomly missing shots and it's just so embarrassing. Like accuracy at 33%. But you really need to bring that up to 100% to not get destroyed by enemies. Where are the shining goggles? Didn't I just get some of these? I thought I had 2 of them. Am I possibly blind? I'm totally blind. Okay. I'm gonna take this away from you. Do I have something that gives you extra strength or speed? I guess he could use the gladiator headband actually. And Van. The grill ring is nice, but you also miss too much. Do I have anything that gives extra accuracy? Yeah, the Proverbs of Justice brings me up to 100%. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm not gonna worry too much about these 2. I don't want to give them too many, too much equipment dedicated specifically to not missing. And she uses magic, which has its own separate evasion thingy. Actually, I'm actually not sure if you can miss with arts at all in this game. The arts evasion might be dedicated specifically, maybe specifically for your team, or maybe dedicated specifically to crafts that do arts damage. A little strange that way. Okay, let's go do a side quest. Sorry, I'm just struggling to find the map. The map button. Every time.
Taking off now.
Oh, that's the thing. The hell, man? Who do those guys think they are? Chill it, Downey. I get how you feel, but shouting's doing nothing for us. Oh, but I'm not letting them get away with this. Hell no, not with our street racer pride on the line. Seconded. We should take our chance while we can. What's going on here? Van. Guess I could let you know. They know me, I don't know them. I don't remember them. There's this bunch of street racers causing trouble for us ever since they turned up in the capital. They're taunting us, I tell you. They drive like madmen around town just to get on our nerves. I ran my car into a guardrail thanks to their dumb asses. Ugh, just thinking about it gets me angry all over again. The hand-me-down I got from Downey got trashed real bad too. Dude, she had to be sent to the body shop. How can we let loose and enjoy a sweet drive with them tearing it up around town? Yeah, they sound pretty bad. What are we dealing with here? They call themselves the High Bloods. Oh! Aren't these the idiots that were in the crossbow games? There's 4 of them, and they all come from Oracion. They used to stick to their turf, but they recently started moving here. They're all rich kids, obviously, and their cars are really souped up. They're the idiots from the crossbow games. What's more, their leader, Lucio, is the grandson of ETWS's current company president. Oh shit, they got names now? He's got a modded ETWS sports car. Ain't no slouch as a driver either. Last we raced, he passed me by like I was just crawling through the street. Can you believe that? Hold up, you said it was the ETWS president's grandson? Man, that sucks. Last thing you need is someone related to the company's top brass being a dick. And he's not the worst of it. There's another guy that's an even more reckless driver. His name's Damian, and he styles himself as their main fighter. Damien. Damien. They come from Oracion, so I want to give them Spanish names. He's all cocky, taunting us from his bike just cause he can take tighter turns than any of us are... God, I can't read. He's all cocky, taunting us from his bike just cause he can take tighter turns than any of our cars. He's the one that did my baby in. I'll never forgive the bastard. Never! He thinks he's better than us car drivers, does he? So what are you planning to do about these guys? Surely you're not just gonna let them keep running wild? Yeah, we're gonna kill them. We've tried warning them over and over to stop behaving like this. It's fallen on deaf ears. Because they're not heeding warnings like that, I tried talking to Lucio directly. Only thing he said was, if you want us to leave, you'll have to best us in a race. I don't know if you heard that, but just as I was saying that, someone revved up their engine right outside. We're actually on our way to the race right now. Yeah? Guess my timing's just that good. You could say that. There's 4 of them, but me and Graham are the only ones with rides right now. And that's not even counting car specs and driving ability. Hate to admit it, but it's stacked, and not in our favor. Well, you can't just give up. Yeah, better to lose outright than to flake out on them and just lose by default. Not like we're hoping to lose, though. We're not backing down until they're in the ground. We're not backing down until they're dead. Wish us luck. I don't want to sit back and let a bunch of rich assholes wreak havoc and eat it. Maybe you could lend them a hand here. Side quest detected. You mind if I join? I appreciate the sentiment, but this is our problem to deal with. Wouldn't be right to drag you into it. Hard disagree. This goes beyond just you. It involves all car lovers now. As a fellow driver myself, I can't just stand back and let a bunch of punks with no sense for safe driving screw my home up. I want to teach him a lesson. Man, now that's what we like to hear. Don't see why he can't join. Why not let him? Alright, thanks, Fan. You're really saving our asses here. You might honestly be the best help we could have got. I respect you a lot, man. Thanks for saying so. It still leaves the problem of dealing with Damian, though. I'm no biker, so I'm not gonna be able to help there. Not so sure how we're gonna deal with that niggling little detail. Phew, that's all for today then. Now back to my bike. You just stopped there. Also, I love the ass shot that we got coming in. Where are all of you gathered here? Hermes, your timing couldn't be any better. Got some free time on your hands? Huh? I mean, I'm done for the day, so I guess so. I see, so you're going to be racing them to teach them a lesson? Yeah, would really help if we had a biker of your skill level on our team. What do you say? You up for it? Have we ever seen her face? I don't think we have. Teaching a naughty rider how to behave sounds like fun. I'll make sure they think twice before causing trouble in the capital again. Glad to see you're so fired up for this. I really appreciate you agreeing too. Now it feels like we have a fighting chance. It's gonna be a proper 4 versus 4 race. Now all that's left is leaving them in the dust. Anyway, clock's ticking. Let's get going to the meeting spot. You ready to go? Ready whenever you are. Same here.
Okay, time to get to work.
They just move us straight up. Is this the meeting spot? Yeah, just beyond here is the highway we're using. We were supposed to meet face to face right here first. Looks like they've arrived. Would you look at that? That's a hell of a ride. Right? A lot of Mira went into customizing her. This ain't gonna be an easy race. Hello and good evening, street racers. I'm impressed you didn't just turn tail and run. So you really showed up, Highbloods. Didn't they have at least one guy with a little... He looked like a fisherman with a little cap and a red vest. I guess they changed the wardrobe. I don't recognize those two. Well, thanks to your biker, our cars are in the shop. So I figured I'd call in some help. Look at these small fry. At least try and make this fun for us, alright? What? I dare you to say that again. It's kind of a shame that the NPC models all look very similar. Like, there are a lot of NPCs that they use in SideQuest that all look the same. And it's a bit more noticeable now that the games are using, like, more realistic, like, slightly realistic 3D models than the old Play-Doh things from the Sky games and Crossbow. Because back then, you saw them from up in the sky and they were tiny and doll-like, and you didn't care if you had 7 that looked identical throughout back-to-back side quests. But now it looks really weird when you get like punk-ass Cuckoo Lane in every side quest. Downey's all kinds of fired up now. Now, I think it's time we reintroduce ourselves. We're the Highbloods, a team composed exclusively of those who are elites, even among the elite. Pleasure. You know, I completely forgot until you said the name, but I heard about the Highbloods a few years back. Heard that they were nothing but a bunch of pampered rich kids, kind of like you. You must be referring to our predecessors. Oh, they're our new set of assholes? They apparently disbanded after doing a tour of Crossbow. Now their name is ours. Is there some specific reason behind inheriting their name? Indeed there is. Well, we don't approve of the way they love drinking, women, and gambling. As former nobility, we identify with how they valued their chosen bloodlines that gave them power and wealth. It is only fitting that we consider ourselves the true Highbloods. Former nobility, eh? You know what else since I've heard anyone call themselves that? Yeah, you don't hear that kind of thing around here much. Maybe it's because they're from Oracion? From Oracion? Up until the noble institution was abolished during the Calvardian Revolution, Oracion was the royal capital. Shame that even after the decades have gone by, there are still old fossils that can't throw away their elitist bullshit. How dare you! We're better than you! Lucius' family line was a great noble house that had the trust of even the royal family. You can't believe how inbred we were. It's fine, it doesn't bother me. Commoners could never hope to understand our noble thoughts. What I cannot forgive, however, is that you people don't know your place. You insist on getting in our way. You're nothing but an eyesore to us and our drives. And that's why we're going to make you leave the capital streets. You know, these guys suck. You got a lot of nerve. It's a ride that you think causing trouble for folks with your reckless driving is a way to have fun. As street racers, how could we hand these streets to you when you lack basic manners or compassion? Just what are you getting yourself all worked up over, commoner? Let's look at you and your half-assed custom ride because you got no mirror to spend. You got no right to talk when you can't even bring out the true worth of your rides. Oh damn, you had a big mouth on you for such a little brat. If you know so much about the true worth of our rides, then why didn't you teach me? Don't think we're just gonna take this sitting down. It's time we settle the score, right here, right now. Get ready, High-Bloods. Point. Drivers as reckless as you have got no right to call themselves street racers. So we're making this your last drive. It would appear we have 4 vehicles each, so how about we race one-on-one? When you're ready, we'll leave for the expressway. Don't disappoint us. And so, with their street racer pride on the line, the curtain to their fierce battle rose. After confirming the rules of each race one more time, each participant went right to work preparing their vehicles. There's a lot of talking in this one. Let's decide who's going to race who. Think I could go up against the biker on their team? Sure thing, just ride safe, okay? But of course, who's gonna face Lucio? Could you leave him to me? It's my job as leader to get revenge for Downey. I have to. Graham, this race is about you guys. Whatever it is you're thinking, I'm down. That being the case, you said it yourself. If you go as is, you're going to lose. I'm not even talking about your driving technique either. If we're going by specs, it's going to be real tough for you. But, and I hate to say this, my truck could handle his ride. Hell, I can promise you I won't lose. Ban. Alright then. But we'll be racing Lucio instead. We're already borrowing your skills. Might as well be in it to win it. You got that right. I'll cut that spoiled brat down to size. Then I guess that means we'll handle Lucio's 2 flunkies. If I remember right, they both came in here in ETWS sedans. By the way, I've seen that Roger guy up close and personal before. I think I've got a decent idea of how he operates. Yeah, I knew I could count on you. And I'll take on the other guy, Tebow. I can't believe they gave them names. Great, sounds like we're all squared away. Once we wrap up our fine-tuning, let's hit the road. We're rooting for you guys, go kick some ass. And please don't get hurt. Thanks, you guys. I promise we're gonna beat those High-Bloods. First round pitted Junifer against Tebow. Junifer's lane of sedan had the edge in traction due to the love and care she put into tuning it. As the race went on, she slowly but surely narrowed the gap between her and Tebow. However, her vehicle lacked the horsepower required to best his sedan, which boasted a roaring engine that ultimately led him to victory. We lost. For the next race, Graham stepped up to the plate, ready and willing to avenge Junifer. Graham's Enguard was a lightning-fast sports car, but Roger's decked-out sedan was no slouch either. It was a close race, with both cars being neck and neck from start to finish. In the end, Graham's powerful traction allowed him to emerge victorious by a hair's breadth. After that, it was time for the third round to commence. We're at 1-1 right now, so we don't have this in the bag just yet, but that just makes things all the more exciting. There'll be a cold day in hell before I lose to some pathetic courier lady. Get ready to choke on my dust. You stole my line. Starting line's up ahead. Time to get serious. Holy hell, look at her go. You can't even see her anymore. Eat that, loser. But it's a little early to celebrate. That thing's acceleration isn't half bad, but its top speed doesn't hold a candle to my bikes. Specs aren't the only thing that matter in a race, you know? At that point, you and I agree. The scumbag just rammed his handlebars against hers. Think about dangerous. This dialogue, yeah. The fact that he pulled it off without losing his balance shows he's no amateur. We got the play-by-play. It's still reckless, though. These guys are freaking crazy. Come on, I dare you to try and overtake me again. If you do, I'll hit your dingy little bike with everything I've got. Now, what's the matter? Can't keep up? Where's your wimpy-ass courier getting cold feet? There's less than 500 ARG until the finish line. Victory's as good as mine. You just slow down time to the decisive moment. And slow down, make him think I've given up, and speed past him when he least expects it, or I can rev up right now and punch it. So I actually want to slow down. Oh, throwing in the towel already? What a wuss. Just stick to carrying around people's junk in the future. What? Oh, they had a little animation for it. Go, courier lady! You caught him off guard by speeding past him at the last second. What an incredible strategy. She even had me fooled. That was one hell of a secret weapon. Nice job. Was that a turbocharger? Something along those lines. I was hoping I could win without revealing it, but them's the breaks. Well, I guess I'm up next. Go get him, Van. Knock the high bloods off their high horses. He really did customize every part of that ETWS car, from the suspension to the spoiler. You must be daft if you think you can take me with that little girl's car. You slighted me with your hubris, and I will make you pay for it. You have slighted me with your hubris. There's more cars on the road now. Using the turbocharger would be way too risky. Jesus Christ. He swerved around those cars like it was nothing. Thankfully, all this traffic is preventing him from hitting his top speed, so I can keep up with him. Can't get too cocky here, though. He might not be on Maxim's level, but he's still a force to be reckoned with. I'd hoped he had a trick up his sleeve like that woman did. I was looking forward to making a fool out of him. But it's clear he has nothing. What a disappointment. We're approaching the point where the traffic from the Riverside District joins the expressway. At this time of day, maybe I could... Also, he couldn't keep pace with me. How pathetic. Someone forgot to take out yesterday's garbage. Why must there be so many of these infernal trucks on the expressway at night? What? Your lack of knowledge of the area is coming back to haunt you, bud. He cut up faster than I thought he would. Well, look at that. So you do have a modicum of skill after all. Too bad it's futile. That pile of scrap can't match my car's acceleration and speed. I might be able to secure victory if I use my turbocharger, but it'll be risky. Should I do it? You gotta prioritize safety. No, I can't risk hurting anyone. I will accept no less than an overwhelming victory. He's got a charger? Don't use that here, it's too dangerous. Whoa! Try to warn you, dumbass. And that's that. This race goes to us. They did it! You guys are amazing! Amazing! You even surprised us. Seriously, way to go above and beyond. Sometimes things just work out, you know? I'd really have Hermes and Van to thank for all of this. It was the least I could do after you came to me for help. It was a close shave, but hey, I got to show off a little, so it's all good. So, High Bloods, you're going to keep your promise, right? Curses! How could this have happened? Our machines were tuned to perfection! We were in peak racing condition! I'm sorry, Lucio, if I'd only gone faster. I managed to win this time, but to be honest, I don't know how it would turn out if we did a round 2. Never thought I'd run into a biker as wild as her. I was planning to run circles around her, but she ended up running circles around me instead. Damn, man. You guys, fine. It's promised we'll come nowhere near the capital from this day forward. We'll also cover the repair costs for your 2 vehicles. Is this to your satisfaction, commoners? I've got issues with your tone, but yeah, that works. Well, hey, that's pretty generous, actually. Maybe you're not as bad as I thought. Bro, is that all it takes to win you over? They're the reason our cars are all busted up. Well, now that all is said and done, it's time we return to Oracion. However, do not misunderstand. In no way have we recognized that our style of driving is worse than yours. When next we meet, you shall be met with overwhelming defeat. And may you never forget it. Yeah, just you wait and see. Next time I'm gonna blow your socks off. Well, those guys sucked. Just what is all that supposed to mean? I guess they won't mess around here for a while, but they'll be back for revenge at some point? What? Where do they get to decide that? What was the point of this whole deal then? If only they were more honest with themselves. I'm glad things worked themselves out in the end, I guess. Well, it wouldn't have gone half as well if you and Hermes weren't here. There's no way this is the end of it, but for now, we've at least chased the High Bloods off. I can't believe they kept this little gang. Thanks for the help, you two. Is gang even a good way to put it? It's no biggie. I enjoyed myself, so it was worth it. Likewise, I'm happy my orbital bike skills proved useful. And so the battle against the Highbloods came to an end, with everyone singing praises for one another's efforts. On the way back, Hermes parted ways with the group, and Graham and his people returned to the repair shop.
That takes care of that. Looks good to me.
And you get extra points for taking the right options to win the races. We are so close to leveling these up. Oh, let me check something. Okay. We should be able to end the night now and start the next segment of story.
What'll it be? Come again.
I guess these guys hang out here usually. Oh, now I recognize this girl. She's the receptionist. Okay. I didn't know. I guess I haven't explored the city enough. Let's save and move on. Back to Old Town. Arkwright Solutions.
Off we go.
Time to sleep. No, actually, before that, I just want to check if our party is hanging out upstairs. You're still in the work uniform? Is it just me, or did you bring back some more plants? Indeed I did. I was perusing the flower shop in Old Town and happened upon some wonderful plants. Are you off to patrol the city? Do let me know if you need my assistance. I would be happy to help. Thanks, but it ain't that big a deal, really. More like a late night walk than a patrol. We got plenty to do tomorrow, so we'd best take it easy and rest up tonight. Understood. Perhaps I can do some reconnaissance preceding our trip to Basel, then. Professional obligations notwithstanding, I do look forward to the trip. And I guess Aaron is out in town for the night. What's up, you writing a letter? I figured I'd let everybody back home know how I'm doing. We've written back and forth a few times, but man, there's so much to talk about now. I don't know where to start. My first time in the Blacklight District for one, though Abby might already know what that place is like. Wouldn't surprise me, might as well be on the Jaeger bucket list. I might have gone there as a Jaeger myself if I'd stayed there. But I like learning about stuff this way. Working with you has really opened my eyes to all these new things. So I was gonna write to them about it. Every day out here is super exciting. I say go for it. I can tell you really liked it at the time. She's cute. Very cute. And Aaron is out in the town. I don't really feel like going around trying to find him. He's probably going to be in the Blacklight District, actually. Should I make a pass around? Agnes is always in the school area that we can't access, so... Oh, actually, we can't find it. Okay, never mind. We can't go there at night. Finish nighttime activities. Should I call it a night? Tomorrow's gonna be another busy day, so I should probably turn in soon. Come to think of it, I know Agnes is gonna go by train. But I should probably get what the prince sent me fitted sooner rather than later. First time doing any major mods to my baby in a while. Might as well have some fun with it. Two hours ago. Phew, that was another close one, but it looks like I've made it in time for curfew. Just. I'll have to try and get back to my room without running into the dorm mother. I think Van is proving a bad influence on me. I need to keep living my own life and making my own decisions, not letting others make them for me. If I do...
I trust you've made up your mind.
Yes. I imagine Van will be contacting you with our answer soon.
Excellent. Where you'll be going for your educational visitation is also decided then?
Is that Renee? I think that's Renee's voice actor.
Nothing gets past you, does it? Just how much does Dad know? Not just in general, but about the Blacklight District too.
Reports are regularly given to him on pertinent developments, and I have every reason to believe he reads them.
Okay, she is the daughter of the president.
As for the place you reference, I will refrain from commenting there.
Everything is being done with Dad's approval, isn't it? That place is meant to serve as somewhere the overly ripened juices from the fruit of our unprecedented prosperity can pool and gel.
Overly ripened juices from the fruit for unprecedented prosperity. What does that mean?
A place where the malice and desires of a certain subset of the population can be isolated and effectively controlled.
You truly are sharp. And from more than the influence of your new job. There is no resisting blood, I see.
I guess it's like saying let all the bad apples bunch up in one place so you don't have to find them.
Perhaps you might even consider following the path of the McDowell family's young scion.
His name dropping Ellie.
Excuse me. Good night.
Yes. My goodness. Do you realize how close you are to breaking curfew?
My goodness.
I'm so sorry for being late.
She forgot about it.
Perhaps I pushed her a little far. It's a bad habit I have when it comes to Elaine, too. Even if I'd still like to believe I'm better than he is. We won't be able to count on the guild this time. I'll need another play.
He really is a crafty one.
So we already knew that Agnes's parents were from an important family, and we discussed earlier in the game that she might be using the last name from not her father, but maybe her mother specifically, and for good reason. So it makes complete sense that her father is someone we know, a figure of authority that's probably going to be a villain. So that later they can do the reveal and be like, oh, she's the daughter of the main antagonist, or something like that.
But I suppose this is just a message from Adios, telling me to see what's going on for myself.
Also, hi, Ren.
I'll also have to take charge of the younger students. This is going to be busier than a simple tea party.
But having the guy from basically the FBI, the Secret Service, show up and tell her, oh yeah, we're doing this for your dad. It's like, yeah, no, you already... You know at that point. you already gave it away. Perhaps we arrived a little early. Odin and Albert are coming from the 10th district, so they should be here before long. I'm really sorry I've asked so much of you. Don't worry though. Even though I'll be away from the group, I promise I won't let it affect my work. I never had any doubt. In fact, I've already told the...
Agnes!
Oh.
Well, you're early. All ready to head out?
Are we going... Is she going with us? Almost. The others should be... Oh, you finished working on the car. Yeah, a mechanic over in Riverside had to lend a hand, but we got it ready in time. If I squint hard enough, I can almost fool myself into thinking it's a limo. The maximum occupancy has been improved from 5 to 8 passengers, and it sports its own onboard computer. We can even fit Agnes and her friends now. I suppose you could. You've been up to some interesting business now, haven't you? Not half as interesting as any trip you're in charge of. On the other hand, it's real reassuring to know you'll be around in Basel. You know, just in case. I could say the same to you. Why do you seem to know each other so well? We have a little history together, you see, heart emote. Everyone loves Van a little too much. Oh my. Another challenger enters the ring. We're talking about 5 years ago here, so stop being such a damn tease. Oh dear, how cold of you. I'm not going to get a real answer to this, am I? Regardless, what are you all doing here? Oh, right. Hey, Reset. This is for you, Miss Claudel. There are sandwiches for breakfast, as well as some coffee. Victor and Paulette asked us to give it to you. They made more than enough for your friends to have some too. How thoughtful of them. I concur, and it smells wonderful too. Knowing the chef, it's sure to be great. What's going on here? I took it in a heartfelt goodbye before you left. Don't make too much of a show of it, you two. No way, she really does have a boyfriend at her job. No, she does not. Please, everyone, this is a misunderstanding. We'll go ahead and get out of your hair now.
We'll see you again in Basel, Agnes. Race you there.
Right! Travel safely, everyone.
The long-distance passenger train to Basel, Provence de Auge, will soon be departing.
They got someone with a French accent.
Passengers en route to Altair or Crossbell will be transferring at Marthe.
That's cute. I just can't wait. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that the Republic's high-tech engineering city? That's right. According to the travel guide, it even has something called an aerotram. So, if I may ask, yes, what exactly were you... Oh. Sorry. Gonna swallow my own spit. If I may ask, yes, what exactly were you and that man talking about? Come on, the train is departing, so let's get a move on.
She noticed me. No doubt about it. Former enforcer of the Society and the adopted daughter of the Liberalian Royal Army's commander.
This lady... was in Reverie, right? Wasn't she... oh, I forgot his name. Red-headed guy's... spy... helper? Or maybe someone else entirely. I forget where she showed up. Damn.
Her presence in the Republic clearly isn't a coincidence.
Or wasn't that... God, I completely forget. This character is reminding me of someone. I don't know where she showed up before.
Neither the division chief nor Kincaid have any idea what the current administration is up to.
I guess she's someone from the CID.
Regardless, I will fulfill my duty and see that his ideals are not in vain.
This might be a case of having a character that looks familiar to others showing up. And me being confused over it. There are too many characters in this series. Damn, this back seat is the life. 8 might be a tight fit, but I could spend a night here, for sure. It's sure to ideas if you get dirt on that seat. Take off your damn shoes or something. It's a shame Agnes couldn't come with us. It's not the same without her. Don't worry, I'm sure she'll have a chance to try out the upgraded back seat soon enough. Even though there is less space for cargo, the computer still fits snugly. Yeah, it kinda scares me how that Crown Prince knew how to pick such a perfect gift. Or to the wise, don't ever get in debt to people like that. He says while having the time of his life installing that very same gift. It is weird though, it feels like he's using both us and the guild depending on what he wants to do. And related, but what's Basel like? I've never been. not even for an operation. Couldn't say I'm the biggest expert myself, but I have been there a few times for jobs. Located down in the southwest Calvard on the walls of Ugg Canyon, it's a haven of learning and industry. The Institute of Science and the Artisanal District have been around since the Middle Ages. Indeed, alongside those two areas is Newtown, which houses Vern at its center. It sprung up when one of Professor Epstein's 3 disciples brought in advanced technology. Oh, I know. That was Professor Hamilton from the Central East, wasn't it? I forget which were the disciples. They basically jump-started most of the technological revolution in this setting. Like, when you first started in Sky, you're mostly dealing with, like, Industrial Revolution kind of thing, right? And it speeds up. In Crossbow, you're basically looking at Metropolis that's getting cars and computers for the first time, and they're installing, like, the internet. And then Cold Steel and the like, they're already sort of getting used to it. And now you see what Edith looks like in this game, and it's a modern city. At the time, the anti-immigrant sentiment wasn't quite as strong. How many years have passed since the first game, in terms of in the setting? It's been 6-7 years, right? And Van met Ren 5 years ago. I think it was when she was trying to run away from... oh, I forgot the name of the continent. Run away from Liberal to Crosswell. I think that's when they met. Like, I've said this before, but I actually need to just look at a timeline for events. Professor Hamilton's proposal was quickly accepted by the Institute of Science and the Artisanal District. And so 45 years ago, the Institute of Science and the Artisans Guild came together to establish the Vern Company. They then went on to further orbital technology in new innovative ways. Right, like how Calvard and the Vern Company were the first to develop orbital cars. That eventually led to the 4 big car manufacturers being established as affiliated companies. And while Calvard pioneered orbital cars, the Empire was the first one to develop orbital trains, and Liberal the first to develop orbital airships. It's amazing the kinds of things little research uncovers about the history of something so commonplace. The fun thing is that in this setting, they were like on the way to develop kind of like ours. They had steam engines that they were setting up, and they were figuring out coal and gas engines. But then they found this thing that was like magic in circuit form, and they made an entire ship to put the technology there. To use that as the main driver for their technological improvements. All good to know too. I'll have to keep it all in mind for my report. And we're not even done, because all that links to the development of films. Isn't this all a bit too simple for a topic? Don't be like that. Oh, to be a student again. When I was their age. Wait, I'm only 21. I'm not an old pile of bones yet. God, the old man jokes just can't stop. Last time we had a character that was 27, and when she said that, the whole room in the game fell silent. And I don't understand it. The war 2 years ago, the lead up to it was a big turning point in tech across the continent too. The major powers were locked in a heated arms race with each other. The Empire even ended up creating these giant robots. Those Panzer Soldat things, yeah. We've only seen one in a cutscene at this point. I've seen them in person before, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Wars accelerate the birth of new technology, and that new technology in turn spurs on yet more wars. Liberal's airships are an excellent example of that, as they were first developed in response to a war between it and the Empire. Anyway, it was pretty clear tech-wise that the Empire was ahead of the Republic during the war. Calvard's back on top now, though. Yeah, their operations and desire to not be one-upped by the Empire again more than fueled that fire. That's what inspired our sci-fis and the installation of the orbital network all across the country. Word is, our military weaponry's got a massive overhaul in store soon. And the one aggressively advancing all that is... our hot-ass president, Roy Gramhart. It's funny hearing you saying out loud, but yeah, he is pretty hot for his age, huh? He's become a big name even in the Empire, for a variety of reasons. I'm sure. Well, that just goes to show how big a deal he is on an international scale. Yeah, for how difficult things were at the end of the war, he's done a pretty stellar job of steering our ship. It is true that the current government is handling things extremely well, but that's more because... we're taking turns doing exposition. Oh, good night, Brelis. Thanks for hanging out. Always love having you in chat. Either way, large influxes of mirror and major changes on the world stage often manifest as distortions in society. I don't know whether that fact's got anything to do with what we're going to investigate.
But try to sniff around for signs of trouble while we're there, right?
Holy shit, voice acting.
Miss Perfect's things shown when we were talking about the place. You already know there's trouble going in.
We will be on the lookout for anything we can glean regarding the many major ongoing projects in the city, as well as ready to sniff out any significant groups and organizations that may be at work.
Right, together with Agnes, too.
I didn't even have to say anything, huh? Yeah, you're right on. I don't think anyone drives as good as Yuri said. You know just how to make those little subtle moves to work with the flow of traffic. Yeah, never seen anyone drive so straight. Why, thank you very much. Of course you've got an international license. What did I expect? I know I'm a perfect 5 on the driving scale, but I don't mind leaving the work to a solid 3 like you. But are you the 2 over here? Yeah, she's pretty damn... Wait, am I the 2? That's right, Chief. Better get your act together. Don't you worry, though. You ever really want to make her scream, I'm here. Rat bastard. Don't think you can satisfy my girl with how rough you handle... Mr. Wei, Mr. Arkwright, a child is present. Hmm? What sex? Says Fairy. I wonder what Agnes is up to. Your great-grandfather left that behind, yes? It must be very precious to you if you even brought it for a visitation. It is, yes. It's no exaggeration to say that I am who I am because of this. Though recently, it's given me an awful lot to think about. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't seem to me like you have any regrets about it, at least. You're right, I don't. Someone told me that I make the calls on what I want to do with my life. Maybe I haven't made all the right ones, but even still, my world has truly broadened, and I've gotten to know so many wonderful people. I've come to know the nation of my birth from angles I never thought possible. And thanks to that, I'm now beginning to see how I should face the man moving this country forward. Not even trying to hide it, are you? Wasn't it supposed to be a secret to everyone but these two? True, it was. But I don't know, I get the feeling it's fine if you know, too. Ever since meeting you in April, you've been so kind to me. You're the one who connected me to Van, so... Oh, I see now. You pushed me to use the orbital net specifically so I'd find its office, didn't you? Bingo. If it matters, we hadn't seen each other since we first met for a request 5 years ago. He wasn't even aware that I had come to Calvard as a foreign exchange student. Doesn't matter, of course. But then, why did you take his arm like that? To see your reaction, Artemote. I can't believe you.
But really, I like hearing how you got to know him. He must have been so kind to you back then, huh?
How did you know?
Well, because you introduced me to him. You're always looking out for us, Ren. So I know you would never steer any of us in the direction of someone you didn't truly trust.
Well, okay, you got me there. He was very kind, yeah. The one who gave me the push to go from being Kitty to who I am today. He had just started out as a Spriggan, and he wasn't the most sensitive or competent. But he stayed with me, struggled with me, and showed me a path to the people I love most in this world.
The weird thing is that I would say that's Lloyd. And what happened in Crossbow, they're kind of inserting Van in there a little bit.
Wow, I had no idea. I guess Van's always been Van. So after you met him, you were able to reunite with your loved ones?
That's right, and they're why I'm here now. They're the ones who encouraged me to study abroad, so it's thanks to them that I was able to meet all of you.
I feel like we're revising history a little bit here.
And through some twist of fate, I accepted the position of Student Council President, and am now heading up this little trip. You really never know where fate will take you.
Tell me about it.
Does he still obsess over sweets, by the way? I also remember him going on and on about cars.
Oh boy. If anything, he's an even bigger fiend about them than he was before. At least, according to someone who knows him much better than I do, he is.
Ah, the resident Daybreak. Seems like they have quite the sordid relationship. Just what exactly is going on between them? I know you've got to be curious.
Not at all. Though, I, might have a small idea.
Crap. It'd be weird if we woke up now. Plus, I want to hear more of what Ren has to say. Kinda seems like Agnes needs a little boost from us, so we better do what we can to be there for her.
I still refuse to acknowledge that guy and his operation as legitimate.
Shut up.
But since we're going to the same place, I'm happy to keep an eye on her as her friend.
It's kind of strange how they're saying that Van
Our
was...
next stop is Basel, Provence de Auge, the terminus of this express line.
the person that pushed Ren into, you know, being able to accept her new family and bury the hatchet with her old one. That was mostly something that Lloyd and the SSS did. So I guess something might have happened before that let her sort of exist in Crossbow without being a weird psycho child murderer or something. Or I guess murderer child. That carries a different meaning if I reorder the words that way.
Please ensure you have all your belongings with you when disembarking the train.
Oh. Finally.
We're getting close.
It's fine if they came up with the concept of Van existing later and they thought, oh, this would be cool for a new protagonist, but... like, they kind of inserted her into a different character's backstory in a position that didn't need to be there because someone else already did what he's supposed to have done.
Nice.
That's the exit right there.
So strange. That's a cool looking city. Basel, the engineering city.
Oh, Van! Just look at this!
What is up with this place? What a wild sight.
On the left is Newtown. Off to the right is the artisanal district.
Yeah. And up top is the Basel Institute of Science. We're gonna be going around till we hit the parking lot in front of Vern HQ. Time for us to have a chat with the CEO.
Look at the cats. Amazing. I can't believe the city exists in the middle of a ravine. Burn HQ! I knew it was big, but seeing it up close is just ridiculous! Oh, and is that the aerotram I spy with my little eye? Wow, those are markedly different from the trams in Heimdall. Yo, this place is legit! Mad respect. This looks to be a showroom floor for cars. That sounds right up Van's alley. Alright everyone, let's get checked into the hotel first. Once we drop off our bags, we can go pay the fine people of the Verne Company a visit. I wonder if we'll be playing as two different groups in different sections. That's why they call it a planned city. They developed the whole thing in big chunks. Whoa, the HQ is bigger than anything I've seen in the capital. Fitting for the Republic's largest private company. And I believe that hotel over there is where the students from Aramis are staying. Oh yeah, we're staying in different places. Of course. Yo, Van, we're in the artisanal district, right? Van? Looking at the cars. What's he looking at? Motor Pavilion? Right, should have figured he'd get sidetracked by big wheels. And he calls me a kid. Don't knock it till you've tried it. Looks like a nice little place. I'll take you there later if you want. For now, though, let's get down to business. He's got a good eye. Small wonder that he's connected to the chief. At any rate, I need to focus on my work. Was this character with Kilika before? God, I feel like I've seen her before and at the same time I don't remember where.
This place is quite nice.
Was she in Reverie?
Very calm and tranquil.
I think plain's the word you're looking for. Would it kill them to glitz up the joint a little?
Sorry, just checking to see if I can do anything right now. I guess just follow the story.
Not everything's gotta be like Longport, kid. Anyway, let's have a chat with the receptionist lady.
Welcome to the Verne Company. What brings you here today? We're Arcade Solutions from the capital. We're here on an official request from Elsheim. Ah, good. Mr. Tosson has been expecting you. Take the elevator on your left to the meeting room. It's on the 20th floor. Bill Tossend.
Arkwright Solutions. So you're the investigators that Elsheim hired.
Pretty much. They asked us to look into the various problems that have hit Basel.
Putting their noses where they don't belong. It's nothing.
We can hear that.
Let me get straight to the point. Any concern is unfounded. We have everything under control.
Do you now? If you could please explain. First, regarding the instability of the orbital net within the city. It was discovered that it was a simple matter of heavy traffic on the net. And just like with our orbital distribution network, the problem has been solved. Is that so?
Yes, generally speaking. The maximum delay of 8.3% is down to 0.35% as of this morning.
That does sound like a big drop, yeah. You still got that 0.35 hanging around, though. Ideally, that should be 0, yeah? Sounds to me like there's still some stuff to figure out there. And that ain't the only issue you're dealing with, is it? What about the swell of visitors busting around the city? Is that not obvious? Basel is the beating heart of Calvart's industrial sector, home to my Verne Group and nearly 100 partners and subsidiaries. That's thousands upon thousands of employees, contractors, managers, all acting of their own accord. New hires from all over come in every day. But naturally, the city appears busy. An influx of visitors, particularly at this time of year, is nothing to fret over. Even bad faith visitors. Spies are all the rage these days, you know? Look at that expression. I'm not sure what you've heard out there, but I'd advise against parroting such unsubstantiated claims. Your evidence, please? Us, we're here. Though we've yet to investigate this issue, your dodging of the question implies you also lack the evidence to prove or deny the allegations. That's what we're here for, Mr. Tossend, to conduct this investigation on your behalf. So yeah, if we find anything, and I do mean anything, we'll let you know. Fine, do what you will. Squabbling further over this would be a waste of time. Sadicium, if you would. That's a name? Also, this kid is probably going to be a party member. Received D-Rank ID certification. Oh yeah, I heard about these. These are temporary issue security cards for visitors such as yourselves. The city implemented them last year. With these, you're free to use the aerotram to travel to Newtown and the Artisanal District. You can't take the upper-level aerotram to the Institute of Science, however. Huh? Why not? Why do you need this to go to other parts of town? Is this so we don't need to pay for it? Wait, hold up. Appreciate it. We'll go and get to work then. Wait, given our public position, we have to make sure the Principality saves face. I personally don't think this warrants an investigation by the likes of you, but we nevertheless prepared a point of contact for you. Quattro?
My name is Catra Salesian. I'm an assistant at the Institute of Science.
Did you say Catra? What's your name for?
I have other business to attend to, so I can't always provide you with support. But should you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me.
Well, we'd appreciate that.
Contact information exchanged.
Huh. That's an unusual holo.
Ah, don't worry about that. Actually, if you don't mind me asking.
Yes?
No, it's just... Don't take this the wrong way, okay? I'm just wondering what pronouns to use for you.
Huh?
Are you out of your mind? Patha's very pretty, but he doesn't really have a female physique.
Of course I don't! I'm a guy!
Look, seriously, I'm sorry. You're about 14 or so, give or take. At that age, I figured it was possible you could be either. And it was very polite of Van to just ask their pronouns. You must have skipped more than a few grades if you're an assistant at the Institute.
I suppose you could say that. I'm actually 15, by the way. But I guess it's fine. Sometimes people do get the wrong idea from afar.
I wasn't sure at first with the way his coat covers him either. Yeah, but who makes the mistake as close as he is? Man, I sure as shit do not want to get old. Enough, if you're all done, then please, get out of here. Did he have another reason to ask that? I'm a busy man. After this, Mr. Tossend, sir, the students from Aramis Academy have arrived. Already? Well, let them through. Salicion, I'll be counting on you yet again. You're staying for 3 days, yes? Good luck clearing out the gutter, so to speak. I feel like I say the name, well, the word, Quatra, wrong. Catra? Kinda just want to call him 4. Not even trying to be subtle. He's a real pain in the ass, but that makes it easier for us to move around, at least. Works for me. You're starting to get it. Oh, shut up. He said there were no problems, but he certainly didn't act like that was the case. Agreed, he might not have the answers, but he most certainly has cause for concern. Or, at least, that is how it appeared to me. I don't believe it'll be easy to get anything out of him. I don't believe any part of this is gonna be easy. We'll have to tackle it from a few different angles. Which means... Oh? Aren't they... They were in front of Central Station this morning. So he really is Agnes' boyfriend from her part-time gig? Lyle, I'll tell you that's not true. Right, my bad. How's it going, good students? We're just here for work. Good luck with the whole school trip thing. I know I'm in her corner. I still want no part in any of this. Welcome, students of Aramis. Right this way. These are your C-rank certification cards. They're primarily for outside trainees, so you will have access to the Institute on the Aerotram. Thank you very much. Wowie, so we can ride the Aerotram as much as we want? And we can visit the Institute of Science. This will help our reports big time. Then each group is free to do what they want. We'll meet back up at the hotel lobby around 6:30. Remember, you'll be punished if you're late. Hard emote. Yes, ma'am. You won't catch me being late. Hey now, don't threaten the first years. Anyway, let's make sure this visit is a fruitful one. Let's get moving, underclassmen. Then I'll leave you all to it. If you need anything at all, just contact me via the number I gave you. See you. Hold on a second. For quatre salition. I've heard quite a few things about you, like how you're the professor's favorite student. Huh? Ren? Wait, then... You see, I'm a foreign exchange student from Liberal, so we just so happen to have met through a contract at ZCF. We had quite the wonderful chat after she'd read all of my past papers. ZCF? I've met both Professor Russell and his daughter, so... Wait, papers? Don't tell me you're... Oh, never mind. Never you mind that. To circle back to my original point, I have a request to ask you. Our friend here will be operating on her own. Could I ask you to take her to the artisanal district for me? Ren?
I see. So you're already getting a move on then.
Aw, and I was hoping we could hang out for a little bit too.
Sorry for deciding this on my own, you two.
Nah, it's fine. We've got 3 whole days, right? And you'll be back come nighttime anyway. We'll be counting on one heck of a report.
Just be careful, okay?
Of course.
Is this, perhaps related to... In any event, I don't mind. I just so happen to have business in the artisanal district, so it works out. I'll show you the way.
Agnes Claudel. I'm a first year at RMS Academy. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Albert is like, he's giving her the... He's giving her that look.
Well,
well.
I don't like it. Another competitor enters the ring. Anya says she'll be here in about 15 minutes. That's surprisingly quick. I was about to suggest we get started if she was gonna be much longer. Alright then, while we're waiting, it's Engadin time. Right now? Yeah, gotta order ahead of time so we can dig in as soon as Agnes gets here, of course. I thought so. Real slick. Shall we order one along with some coffee then?
Then I'm counting on you to lead the way, Mr. Salesian.
Of course. Happily. Once we catch the
Salesian?
Aerotram, we'll be at the artisanal district in no time at all. By the way, you're older than me, aren't you? Mister might be a little stiff. You can just call me Katra, if that's alright.
Saying Catra sounds wrong.
You don't mind? Then Katra it is.
I feel like the characters didn't decide how to say the name either.
Oh, but I'm only older than you by a year, so I don't want you to be too stiff with me either. Why don't we talk like we're old friends?
Okay. I'll keep it casual then. I get the feeling you're always told to loosen up a little more.
That's right. My friends never let me hear the end of it, but I can't help the way I talk. I know I'm repeating myself, but it really is a pleasure, Katra.
Same to you. Now, should we get going?
New town. There is a shop.
Why not stay here and relax? Do you have any preferences?
Willie's Coffee.
Thanks for coming in.
Doesn't seem like there's any other shops that I can access right now, or events.
Arrow tram's just awesome.
You don't see aerotrams much across the continent, do you? I'd call them a must with where Basil is located. Or Basil. New town, the artisanal district, the Institute of Science. It travels along a loop and helps consistently deliver parts wherever we need. The artisanal district platform is on the right. Just tap your card against the ticket gate. Alright, let me give it a try.
This tram is bound for the Basel Institute of Science.
What a spectacular view! Though I get a little dizzy when I look down. And wow! New town is already so far away!
Enjoying yourself?
Yes! Tremendously! I bet Fairy would enjoy this too. I wonder if she's gotten the chance to ride yet.
She really is so cute. But how is someone like her connected to those others?
Here we are. This is the artisanal district. Now I just need to find the hotel they're staying at. Oh, there's Van's pickup truck. So he drives an Ingrid. He's very customized. He's even customized the frame. Wait, that material was only just developed. How did he get his hands on it? I didn't realize you were an expert. You pick this kind of thing up if you work with Vern long enough, I suppose. So how did you get to know people like them? What do you mean? Spriggan, whatever you call him, and that red-haired guy both seem really shady to me. The girl and the maid, I think, they look like good people at least. I'm just having a hard time picturing what kind of group it actually is if you're involved with them too. Well, I can't blame him for thinking that way about them. Van runs a problem-solving agency, in short. I work there as a part-time assistant for reasons I can't get into. And both work and my duties as a student happen to bring me here at the same time. Looks like you've got a lot on your plate. Are you sure it's okay to be working with them, though? Vern's CEO didn't seem very happy about them sniffing around. Our work is complicated, I'll admit, but we don't do anything illegal. Technically. His willingness to hire an upstanding young lady like you does reflect well on him, I'll give him that. Does it? Even if I don't think highly of his choice to involve someone like you in a business like his. People say that about him a lot. I force himself into his employ, though. You have nothing to worry about, though, really. He might skirt the rules here and there, but he's still a man I can genuinely respect. If you say so. He feels like one of those guys who takes some getting used to. The way he treated me was just... I was so close to forgetting, too. Did something happen? Nothing worth bringing up. Anyway, we shouldn't keep your friends waiting. And yes, we're over here. You came quick. Oh, wait a sec, isn't that... Sorry for keeping you. Catra was good enough to guide me here. Huh, thanks for helping her out. We ordered an Engadin for the group. You want to join us? No, I'm fine. I'm not hungry right now. You're lost. That tastes downright divine. I'll make it up to you some other time then. You don't owe me anything. It's not like I did anything special. I suggest you don't pull any funny business while you're in the city, though. No causing trouble for the women in your group either. Oh? I'll get going now, Agnes. Please let me know if you need anything. Oh, I will. Thank you. Really took a shine to her. Man, would have been nice if he gave me the chance to thank him somehow. Huh, puberty's rough. You sure had a soft spot for you, though. Do you think? He just struck me as the very friendly sort in general. We got along right away. I hope I can be friends with him, too. Oh, I'm sure that won't be a problem one bit. I'll be happy to introduce you if we get the chance. How old are you? 5? There's nothing wrong with wanting to make friends. Yeah, no need to rain on her parade. Here's your order, one of her famed Engadins. Now this is what I'm talking about. Come and have a seat, Agnes. I'll get to cutting it right away. She always used to make Engadins for me back in the day.
I finished, Catra. I'm quite confident in today's dessert. The more worried you are about something, the more important it is to take a break and relax. No need to push through.
Are you sure you can actually see them through the glass? I think I can trust Agnes, but I'd better keep a close eye on the rest of them. I don't want anything threatening a place so special to me. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to say hello to the supervisor and take care of my usual work while I'm here. That's the stuff. You won't find a better marriage of flavors than these bitter walnuts with sweet caramel nougat. It's so mouth-wateringly rich. And you wouldn't believe how well it pairs with strong coffee. I swear I was born just to savor moments like these. No one wants to hear this every time, you know. Just eat the damn thing. He's describing it to a T, though. I can't get enough of that buttery flavor. If Vance says it's good, then you know you're in for a treat. Oh, my nose is good for more than just sniffing out trouble, you know? I feel like you're joking, but I could buy it working for stuff like this easy. Indeed. Now, I think we've rested long enough. Perhaps we should get to work. Do you think we should prioritize investigating Vern? Nah, I think we should hold off on doing that. I can't imagine we'd find anything major this fast, even if we tried. I'm thinking we should start with wandering around Basel and taking care of 4 SPGs. That'll give us a decent idea of the situation here. Same pattern as usual, then. But how can you be so sure that word of our work has spread to here? Good question. Vern's boss sure didn't seem like he wanted to help us any more than he had to. Oh, I don't think we gotta worry about that. Not after my headache of a friend slapped this job on us. Right. That man from the CID? He did seem like a highly capable person, thus the least to be expected of their chief analyst. You and he go back quite some time, I believe. Unfortunately, yeah. I doubt he's here in person, though. More than likely he sent someone in his place. Between this and that other project he teased, I'm sure there's a ton of scheming going on in that head of his. Guess we should find out what kind of 4 SPGs we've got waiting for us then. So, when do you need to be back at the hotel? And what are you gonna do about your uniform? Ren's said to be back by 6:30 p.m. I brought some clothes beside my uniform. Don't worry, let me go and get changed. I'll take you to our room then. We will handle paying the bill in the meantime. Okay. We got our Control
Do
back.
you know what you want?
Hello. Show me your food.
Don't take too long to decide now. Come back soon.
Oh, I guess I need to read the book first.
I'm full.
What's that noise? What's that noise he made? Oops.
Don't take too long to decide now. Come back soon.
Black vinegar soup. Huh, I guess it's the first meal you're able to make.
Why's it gotta be me? A little thank you would be nice.
I couldn't eat another bite.
Rank 8. Hearts attack up. They're actually pretty substantial increases every time. I don't think... Oh, I guess there are no other shops. Or at least they haven't opened yet? It's kind of strange.
This is the Aerotram, operated by the city of Basel.
This must be the Aerotram station. I can't believe it goes all the way up in the sky. That's right, this will take us to Newtown in no time. All you need to do is hold your certification card over the ticket gate. Oh, guess we're not taking this one after all. Our D-rank card isn't accepted on this Aerotram apparently. We need a C-rank card or higher. Are you sure? I could have sworn we had a C. Wait to roll out the welcome mat when we're here for Elsign. Would it kill them to throw one of their biggest stakeholders a bone? I was really looking forward to it too. Well, no use crying over spilled milk. We can head on up if you want, and yes, we'll just take the long way. No, it's alright. I'd rather stick together. I'm sure we'll get to ride the tram another day, Fairy. Don't let it get you down. You're right, yeah. Okay, we got places to see around here, though. Let's check the board first. As a professor I look up to as a mentor of sorts. I just can't do this anymore. I'm trying to gather evidence to prove he's been abusing his power over others. I want to get a verbal testimony. I want this to blow up, so I haven't spoken to the guild or the cops. I'd like to request a careful investigation from you guys. This one's real serious sounding. Yeah, and I understand why they don't want to go to the guild or the police about it. I really hope we can help them while we're here. We might learn more about what's going on in the Institute, while we're working on it too. That'd be two birds with one stone. Makes sense. Sounds harmless to me, but what's your take? Ray brought up a good point. We can get some info on the Institute while we work this case. Pretty vague though. They didn't give their name or the professor they're accusing. Really going out of their way to make our job difficult. Naming names in this case may result in the professor or other parties threatening the whistleblower. I believe our client just prefers to err on the side of caution. That tracks. Fair enough. Reset, can you handle recording our convos? Certainly. We gotta be careful who we talk to about this, though. Client doesn't want a word of this getting out. Let's start with people unrelated to the Institute. That way we don't accidentally hit a nerve. That makes sense to me. I imagine there will be plenty of those here in the Artisanal District. Let's get started.
Time to start working.
So, I believe that's the main quest for this day. We can visit other places, like the Bracers Guild. Well, if it isn't Van, surprised to see you taking a business trip this time of year. Yeah, client came in with a big job, so we're out here taking care of that. Looks like you're moving up. It looks like you're moving on up in the world too. Last I saw, you were a part-timer still in school. Now you're the receptionist? Yup. They hired me fresh out of college. You another acquaintance of yours? You've got friends in all sorts of places. Oh, we're just in the same field. We worked together on a job a while back. Jin was actually telling me about you the other day. He said that we should be fine contracting you for work, or contracting you for help if we need to. I heard the same from a friend of mine outside the guild. If something serious goes down, there's no shame in us working together. Oh, who? Rene or Kilika, I'm guessing. I swear, I can't walk 5 arc without people dragging me into their business. I ain't a bracer, you know? Oh, speaking of which, you're... Alvis, Regina. Speak of the devils. These 2 bracers work in Eda, correct? Hey there, I didn't think I'd run into you guys here. Oh man, don't tell me we all got shipped out here on behalf of the same guy. Obviously not. I have no idea we're even here, but we're here on official orders from the guild, not an individual client. And wherever you guys go, trouble seems to follow. I think it's making me superstitious, not gonna lie. Hopefully that's not the case here. Man, I don't enjoy it any more than you do. Stop framing it like I'm the one at fault. I'm just doing my job and putting food on the table. Surely a C-rank bracer's got better things to worry about than some Spriggan. So stop letting me live rent-free in your head, yeah? Smartass. I swear, this is why I can't stand you. You're always just... Yeah, forget it. Just don't get up in our business, got it? I know he's a bit abrasive with you, but I do think he respects your abilities. If you come across anything, just let us know. You're doing work for the guild anyway, so we might as well share intel. Funny way for him to show respect, but well, you do you, Bracer Boy. I'm not too worried about him. If we need the guild to lend a hand, we'll ask for it. For now, we got our own business to focus on. Okay. Member of the Artisanals Guild, he might have some deals with the Institute himself. Okay, this will probably be something related to that quest, so I'm going to ignore him for a bit. What's this place? Oh! Get a load of that! Discard workshop.
Come on!
They got Metal Gears.
Get that work done!
Are those from one of the Empire's Panzer Soldats? No, they seem a little different. What about these things that's gotten out in certain circles, but most people still don't know about them yet? Are those just the legs? Guessing you do, though. Your company's involved in their development, right? Yes, though not that much. We have only been assisting in trials. Who are you guys? I haven't seen you around before. This is a restricted area, you know? Totally get why you'd want to gawk at these beauties, but they're technically not public knowledge yet. Go ahead and move along now.
Wonder if they're the guys.
I didn't know machines like that were being made here in Calvar too. Sure are. I've heard the concept behind their design is different from the soldats over in Erebonia, though. They're gonna be revealed to the public, along with their names, sometime soon. Sure feels like we saw something we weren't supposed to, even if it was just the legs. I imagine that while they're being kept a secret from the public, most major groups and organizations have already been told about them. That includes those abroad, our international allies, maybe even the Empire. I believe you're correct in your assumptions. I think that's true for all the weaponry that's going to be rolled out soon, not just our Soldat lookalikes. Either way, this looks like the biggest workshop in the Artisanal District. We'll have to come back another time if we get a chance. Okay. Where to next? Kitty.
Now then.
Hmm. I'm good. I'll do this after we visit this place. A mansion, huh? I wonder who lives here. It's really high up.
Ooh, there they are. I'm so glad I finally found them.
Hello. Is there something you need from here? The owner of this house hasn't been home in a while, I'm afraid.
Woman in a white coat. We were just walking around and happened to end up here. So you know who owns this place then?
Yeah, you could say we're acquaintances. Well, that might sound a little too cold, actually. I don't know if I could really call us family, but we are close. Just not as close as he is.
Girls' IQ points have all gone to her face and tits. What the fuck, Karen?
You know, you guys are all just adorable. Especially you, you tiny thing. Where are you from? Do you want me to show you around?
I'm not that tiny.
Oh, silly me. I forgot I have somewhere else to be. You won't be able to meet this house's owner. But the boy looking after it in her absence should be back tonight. Goodbye now.
Sounds like, one of the students from the big professor whose name I keep forgetting. She was dressed like she's a researcher at the Institute or something. Wish you could have talked to her a bit more about that. I wanted to make her understand my size isn't all there is to me. I'm strong too. Late 20s, huge tits, kind of an airhead, freckles, glasses. Yeah, I'd hit it. Are you going to start behaving like an adult, Aaron, or am I going to have to force you to? I wonder if that could be... It's like Aaron just looking at everyone going wood.
Can we talk?
A professor abusing their assistants? Well, I'm not sure why you're asking me specifically about it, to be honest. I just work in Vern's procurement division. I don't attend the Institute or work with them directly at all. We know, and that's exactly the angle we want. Word travels, you know? I get that. I haven't really heard anything about it, though. Sorry. Vern and the Institute are very closely linked, though, and that does create conflicts of interest sometimes. I may not have heard about it, but it is believable. It's very possible the two sides are stressing each other out. Could you tell us a bit more about how Vern and the Institute work together? The Vern Company awards grants to the Institute of Science to research and develop new products on their behalf. That allows the Vern Company to curate their products with research from the Institute's experts. Oh, that's really neat. If I recall, Vern can trace its roots back to the old Artisans Guild and to the Institute itself. I always figured they worked well together because of that. They did, past tense. They had good relations while their senior advisor was still there. Alas, she left Basel some time ago. Now Vern and the Institute hardly collaborate at all. It's every project for itself. Maybe the asshat in charge scared her off. Thanks for the info, that helps a lot. It is letting us know about the general state of the town and of the company. Okay, now let's go to talk to that guy near the workshop that we skipped earlier. Hello. Boss Grover.
Can we talk?
Doesn't ring a bell, sorry. My son is studying at the Institute, and he's never told me about anything like that. That doesn't prove it one way or the other, of course, I just haven't heard about it. Did he tell you about any other stuff? Anything helps. Well, sometimes I do hear about people in the same lab butting heads over funding. I heard these grumblings about two professors going at it even. Seems like a pretty stressful place. With all the greed and infighting over projects, it sounds like it's got everybody at each other's throats. That makes sense, yeah. That might be what started the harassment. Do you know which professor specifically? I really can't remember, sorry. I feel like there was at least one Professor Hamilton's students involved. One of Professor Hamilton's students involved, but that's all I got. I see. I wonder if this professor was jealous of someone else, or someone envied them instead. Well, thanks for the info, all the same. I think that's all there is to see in the artisanal district. We should check out the new town next. Since we cannot use the aerotram, we will have to either walk or drive there. Let's take a walk. It'll help us get more reacquainted with the city and its people. You gotta be kidding me. Walking's a pain in the ass. Well, I for one think a stroll would be lovely. Me too. Let's make our way up the bridge then. Okay. Even the locals barely use it. That's because most either go by car or use the aerotram. You rode the aerotram, right? How was it? It had the best view. It had the best view, but it was a little scary too. I didn't think there'd be a difference in ranks. Have you ever used the aerotram in the past, Fan? Nah, I got to ride it when I came here a couple of years ago. Just had a regular old ticket. From what I hear, security within the city's undergone a massive overhaul. After the war, the government ordered a total reform. I don't find it surprising that they would want to be very careful with an experimental city that is very nearly a national secret. Okay, but tell me how that puts us at a lower rank than a bunch of kids here on a school trip. I don't think it's that they're high, I think it's more that we're low. Still, it's not a big deal, as long as we can drive. By the way, pretty sure we'll eventually bump into your classmates. You okay on that end? I'm fine, I've explained things to them for the most part. They might happen upon some info before us, so if we see them, let's make it a point to ask. Why'd they make the bridge so long? Okay. Oh, we actually got some of them here. I was gonna say, I'm probably gonna end the stream soon. Got your medicine there, but then groceries and other goods too. It's a CVS. It's a Walmart. Okay. We got some places to be. Let's save and let's do it in another location. Okay, let's carry on another time. Thanks for that dropped in for the stream. Sorry, just stretching. Yeah, thank everyone that dropped in for the stream. We'll pick this up again on Monday. We'll keep investigating the Vern Company in Chapter 4 of Trails Through Daybreak. Hope to see you then. Yeah, have a good night, everyone.